Hey guys, I just wanted to preface this video with a short introduction. This is not a typical video for this channel. These are just 7 real short micro stories that I found about Craigslist that went wrong. They are not detailed, and they're really only just snippets from news feeds. Now, some of you have requested Craigslist stories, so I did want to accommodate your requests, and I just put up a quick video. I will do a more detailed video on Craigslist horror stories in the future. This video is just a taste of the kinds of things that can happen when you use Craigslist. It's meant for serving as more of a warning than actually having any entertainment value. So please be careful and take extra precaution when you use Craigslist. Seriously, you guys, the kinds of things that I have found about people who use Craigslist, they're really scary. Anyway, thank you for watching this, and you can look for more Midnight Fears videos soon. A young couple named Sean and Kitty Sonnenschein were planning their wedding in 2007. The young couple were in Portland, Oregon, and were so excited for their big day. They decided to hire a woman reverend named Shea Emma Silveri to perform the ceremony. They had found the reverend from a Craigslist ad. The two had requested that guests give Home Depot gift cards in lieu of wedding gifts or cash. After the ceremony, the newly married couple decided to see how much home improvement money they scored and found only 3 gift cards. They knew something wasn't right and determined it was the Reverend they found on Craigslist. Reverend Silveri vehemently denied the crime. Police investigated and disagreed. She was charged with second-degree theft. A Craigslist ad was posted in Ohio looking for farm workers to live on an almost 700-acre cattle ranch. Those interested were told to come to the land with their belongings, since they would also be living there. The ad was posted by then 52-year-old Richard Beasley and 16-year-old Brogan Rafferty. The two volunteered together, and Beasley even worked as an unpaid chaplain. They became friends, as Rafferty was having difficulty coping after his parents divorced. They went fishing together and developed a close relationship. Beasley's 70-year-old mother described her son as having a very caring heart. The problem with the ad was there was no cattle ranch. It was a scheme that Beasley and Rafferty cooked up to rob mostly single men without families. Near the woods by Akron, police found 3 bodies in shallow graves. Men who responded to the ad were executed via gunshot and dumped into a shallow grave after being relieved of all their personal belongings that they were told to bring with them to their new job. A 4th victim had escaped with a gunshot wound to the elbow. Beasley had served a total of 15 years behind bars for other charges, including drug trafficking. He is in jail on unrelated charges, as prosecutors are building their case. Rafferty is in juvenile detention, charged with attempted murder and complicity to attempt murder. A 24-year-old woman from Minneapolis answered an innocent enough sounding Craigslist ad for a babysitter position. Catherine Ann Olson responded to the ad posted by 19-year-old Michael John Anderson. She went to the home of Anderson to inquire about the position. On October 26, 2007, police found her body stuffed in the trunk of her car. Anderson allegedly shot the young woman in the back. He was charged with second-degree murder. Anderson admits to being present when Olson was murdered, but he says a friend did it because he thought it would be funny. So everyone has heard some of those Craigslist horror stories. The innocent girl being lured into the rape dungeon of some lunatic, a psycho serial killer who wants to dismember as many people as possible before hanging himself in the mall. Not to make light of these things, and they do definitely occasionally occur. Something is sure to go wrong when strangers are invited to visit into people's houses. But this story is somewhat different. A man named Anthony Curcio utilized Craigslist, the world's largest garage sale, to pull off one heck of a heist. Curcio was a football player in high school and college. This background may have helped him strategize a plan to rob an armored vehicle. Curcio, who was injured playing football and consequently developed an addiction to painkillers. He needed money. So instead of knocking off a gas station or a convenience store for a couple $100, he decided he was going to do it right and get a couple $100,000. Go big or go home, right? Curcio took 8 months to develop the perfect plan. He used Craigslist for one of the most important parts of his scheme. He placed an ad for 10 day laborers to show up at the same location, all at the same time. They were to wear identical looking outfits when they arrived. Curcio was also dressed as the other unknowing accomplices to his crime. Only his outfit was fitted with Velcro straps so he could easily yank it off. As the 10 individuals waited around to begin work, the armored truck Curcio was waiting for showed up as scheduled, and Curcio blasted the guard with highly potent pepper spray in the face and grabbed 2 big sacks of money, which held over $400,000 in cash. Curcio ripped off his outfit and fled the scene, leaving behind a huge commotion of chaos and confusion. Not to mention 10 individuals who were dressed exactly like the perpetrator of the crime. After fleeing the scene, he actually made his getaway on an inner tube. The plan worked so far, and he stashed over half of the stolen cash in a friend's safe. And he took the rest to where else? Vegas. Curcio was eventually apprehended. Police found the face mask which he used to shield himself from the pepper spray, and a homeless man saw him doing a dry practice run before engaging in the real thing. The man was able to provide Curcio's license plate. Curcio served his time and was released. Now he spends his time working as a, wait for it, professional motivational speaker. A 15-year-old girl was terribly distraught and decided to run away from her residence in Beaverton, Oregon. This is never a good idea. The young teen was taken by a sicko named DeAndre Green. The 25-year-old Green took the young girl to Los Angeles, where he forced her into a life of prostitution. Green advertised the poor girl on Craigslist, of course. He was sentenced into federal court to a 70-month prison term and 3 years supervised release for transporting an individual for illegal sexual activity. In June of 2011, 27-year-old Michael Delgado found a maid to clean his apartment on Craigslist. She was expecting to clean the house, but Delgado had a much more sinister motive for the would-be housekeeper. When the unfortunate woman arrived, he imprisoned her and began to torture and rape her for over an hour. Delgado was charged with false imprisonment, assault, and rape with a foreign object. The story was covered by CBS and ABC News. Donna Chow was a 19-year-old college student at San Diego State University. She met a potential boyfriend on Craigslist named John Stephen Burgess. What she didn't know is that Burgess was a 3-time convicted sex offender. The last time Donna Chow was ever seen was riding away from her home on the back of Burgess's motorcycle. Police finally caught up with Burgess 2 years later in Florida, where he was sentenced to a 3-year term for not registering as a sex offender. The Superior Court of the State of California for the County of Los Angeles charged John Stephen Burgess for the disappearance of Donna Chow.